In the vibrant pulse of Paris, where the city's lights danced with dreams of glory, global football icon Kylian Mbappé slipped into a quaint café in the 18th arrondissement, seeking a brief escape from the clamor of a charity match and media frenzy. The air carried the comforting aroma of fresh croissants and espresso, a stark contrast to the roaring stadiums he called home. He ordered a café au lait, found a quiet corner table, and let his gaze drift across the room, craving a moment to simply be. That's when he saw her. An elderly woman, her hair a soft silver crown, wiping down tables with a steady, practiced grace. Her hands, worn and slightly trembling, moved with a rhythm that stirred something deep within him. Kylian's heart skipped. There was a familiarity in her careful gestures, the way her wrist turned as she polished a stubborn spot. Could it be? The profile, warm eyes, a gentle smile, unlocked memories of his childhood in Bondy, a gritty suburb where dreams were hard-won. "Isabelle," he whispered, barely audible. Isabelle Dubois, the woman who had been more than a neighbor, his confidant, his cheerleader, the one who'd seen a spark in a scrawny kid kicking a ball against concrete walls. She hadn't noticed him, focused on her task. Kylian stood, his pulse quickening, and approached her slowly. "Madame Dubois," he said, his voice soft but clear. The woman turned, her lined face creasing with confusion. "Oui? Do I know you?" Her voice held the same soothing cadence, though roughened by years, still laced with the warmth of her northern French roots. "It's me," Kylian said, a smile breaking through. Kylian Mbappé, from Bondy." Isabelle's eyes widened, and the cloth slipped from her grasp, landing softly on the floor. "Petit Kylian," she gasped, her hand reaching out, hovering near his face. "Mon Dieu, is it really you?" He nodded, emotion tightening his throat. Up close, he saw the years etched into her, deep wrinkles, hands scarred by time, but her eyes still glowed with the same quiet strength, the same belief that had once lifted him. "You grew up," she said, her voice trembling. "I see you on TV, scoring goals, winning trophies, just like you promised you would." "What are you doing here, Isabelle?" Kylian asked, glancing around the modest café. "Working tables?" She straightened, pride in her posture. "I turned 84 last month," she said simply. "Work keeps me going. Rent doesn't pay itself." 84? Kylian's shock slipped out. "And you're still working? Here?" A sharp voice cut through from the counter. "Isabelle, table 5 needs clearing." "Un moment, Monsieur Renaud," she called back, her tone polite but strained. She turned to Kylian. "I have to work, mon petit, but you've done so well. I'm proud." She patted his arm and shuffled off, wincing as she lifted a tray of empty cups. Kylian watched her, his mind spinning. The woman who'd shaped his earliest dreams, cheering at his first matches, teaching him to believe in himself, was scrubbing tables in a city he'd helped put on the world stage. He left a generous tip under his saucer, knowing it was inadequate, and stepped outside. His sleek SUV waited, a stark contrast to Isabelle's world. "Change plans," he told his driver. "I need everything on this café, owner, schedules, all of it, and find out where she lives." Back in his luxury apartment overlooking the Seine, Kylian paced, the city's glow a distant hum. Isabelle. The name opened a floodgate of memories he'd tucked away amid trophies and contracts. He closed his eyes, and suddenly he was 7 again, in their cramped Bondy apartment block, watching Isabelle wave from her balcony as he juggled a worn football. "You'll play for France one day," she'd called, her voice carrying over the courtyard's noise. Isabelle hadn't just encouraged him, she'd believed in him. When his parents worked late, she'd invite him over, sharing stories of her youth in Lille, teaching him to dream big despite the odds. After he'd lost a schoolyard game, humiliated, she'd sat him down with a glass of milk. "They don't see your heart yet," she'd said, "but they will." Kylian opened his laptop, scanning the report his team had rushed together. Isabelle Dubois, age 84, widowed, no children. Current address, a subsidized flat in Montreuil. Employment, daytime café worker, evening cleaner at an office block. Minimal savings, no pension. The words stung. While he'd risen to global stardom, World Cup hero, PSG star, Isabelle had been scraping by, unseen in the shadow of his success. His phone vibrated. His assistant, Mark. "Kylian, I dug into her past. She lived near your family in Bondy from 1998 to 2008. Left suddenly, no clear reason. Landed in Paris, started low-wage jobs. There's a gap. Her sister in Reims was sick around then, but no other family ties." "Why leave Bondy?" Kylian asked, frowning. "She was like family." "Could be personal, or something pushed her out. I'll keep looking." Kylian stared at the Eiffel Tower's distant glow. Why had Isabelle vanished? His mother had brushed it off when he was a kid. "She had to go, Kylian. Life moves on." He called her now, in Bondy. Maman, I need to talk about Isabelle. A pause. Why now? I saw her, Maman, in Paris. She's 84, working 2 jobs to survive. Silence, heavy with meaning. How is she? Tired, proud. Why did she leave us? It's complicated, his mother said, her voice tight. Can we talk when I visit? Number, I need answers now. I'll come tomorrow, she said, and hung up. Kylian leaned back, frustration rising. His mother was hiding something, just as she had when he was a boy, asking why Isabelle's balcony was empty. But he wasn't a boy anymore. He had influence, resources, the power to uncover what others kept buried. The next morning, Kylian skipped a training session, waving off his coach's concern. Personal matter, he said. He drove to Montreuil to the address Mark had found, a faded building with cracked windows and a flickering entry light. He buzzed Isabelle's flat, standing in a hallway smelling of mildew until her voice crackled through. Who's there? It's Kylian, from yesterday. A long pause, then the door buzzed. Isabelle stood in a worn cardigan, her hair loose. Kylian, what are you doing here? She glanced past him, wary. Is something wrong? Can I come in? He asked. She stepped aside reluctantly. The flat was small, immaculate despite its age, a single bed, a rickety table, a kettle on a hot plate. It's humble, she said, almost offensive. Kylian noticed a shelf by her bed. Old photos, her with a younger woman, likely her sister, and newspaper clippings. He walked over, curious. His own face grinned back. Mbappé wins World Cup Golden Boot. Another. PSG star launches Youth Academy. Isabelle had followed his career, saving every milestone. You kept these? He asked, voice soft. She joined him, hands trembling. I always knew you'd shine, Petite. I wanted to hold on to that. Why didn't you call? I could have helped. She looked away. Some things are better left alone. For who? He pressed. Isabelle busied herself with the kettle. Tea? He nodded, sensing her need for space. As she poured, he saw her wince, her fingers stiff with arthritis. Isabelle, why 2 jobs? At 84? I manage, she said firmly. Always have. But why leave Bondy? No goodbye? Her eyes clouded. Some goodbyes hurt too much, Kylian. Your mother, she'll tell you. She's coming tomorrow, but I want your side. Isabelle set the cups down, slow and careful. Ask her, mon petit. It's not my place. That night, Kylian couldn't rest. He paced his apartment, memories swirling. Isabelle's last day in Bondy. He'd been 10, coming home from practice, expecting her smile. Instead, her flat was empty. He'd overheard his parents whispering later, his father's voice sharp. She had no business interfering. Had Isabelle been pushed out for standing up for him? Mark called at midnight. Found something. Your mother sent money to Isabelle from 2008 to 2015, small sums, wired to a Paris bank. Stopped when you signed your first big contract. Kylian's jaw tightened. His mother had supported Isabelle in secret, even as he'd risen to fame. Why stop? Was it money or something deeper? By morning, Mark had more. Isabelle's jobs after Bondy were unstable, short-term caregiving roles, then cleaning. She was let go often, Mark said. No clear reasons. Odd for someone so reliable. Kylian's suspicion grew. Had his father, a local coach with influence, meddled? He'd always been strict, pushing Kylian hard. Maybe Isabelle's softer approach clashed with his vision. When his mother arrived, she looked worn, her usual warmth dimmed. They met in Kylian's apartment, the city humming below. You saw Isabelle, she said, sitting stiffly. She's exhausted, Kylian said. Cleaning tables, scrubbing floors. Why did she leave Bondy? His mother sighed. Your father wanted you tough, focused. Isabelle. She encouraged your heart, not just your feet. She'd argue with him when he pushed too hard. So he made her leave, Kylian asked, pieces aligning. Not directly. She saw us fighting one night, about you, about his methods. She threatened to speak out, tell people he was too harsh. He couldn't risk that, not with his reputation. Kylian's fists clenched. So you helped her go? Yes, I got her to Paris to her sister. It was safer. Safer from Papa? She nodded. I sent money when I could, but when you went pro, I stopped. I thought she was okay. Kylian stood pacing. She's not okay. She's struggling, and you kept this from me. I wanted to protect you, his mother said, voice breaking. Both of you. There's more, Kylian said, sensing it. What else? His mother hesitated. Isabelle knows things about our family, about your father's temper, that I didn't want you to carry. Ask her, Kylian. She'll share when she's ready. Kylian returned to the café, finding Isabelle slower, her face pale. Kylian, she said, surprised. Again? Lunch, he said, nodding to a booth. Your break soon. At a nearby bistro, Isabelle picked soup, the cheapest option. Kylian matched her, his appetite gone. Tell me about Paris, he said, after Bondy. She spoke haltingly, caring for her sick sister, odd jobs, raising her sister's granddaughter, Louise. She's 20, Isabelle said, pride softening her voice. Smart, loves tech, got into a good school, but we couldn't afford it. She works retail now. Kylian saw an opening. I'm starting a project, he said. A youth academy, not just football, education, skills. I need someone who knows how to inspire kids, like you did for me. Isabelle's spoon paused. Me? You taught me to believe, Isabelle. I want others to learn that. She shook her head. I'm no coach, Kylian. No fancy degrees. You have heart. That's enough. Her eyes narrowed. This feels like charity. It's not, he said firmly. It's trust. I need you. She studied him. I'll think about it. They parted, Kylian calling his team. Start a proposal. Bondy Bright Futures. Education, sports, mentorship. I want it real by next week. Over days, Kylian balanced fame, matches, endorsements with his mission. Mark uncovered a letter from his father's coaching association 2008, suggesting Isabelle relocate. Subtle but clear. His mother confirmed it. He thought she softened you, she said. He was wrong. Kylian bought the café and cleaning company, boosting pay quietly. He didn't tell Isabelle. For Louise, he contacted a tech institute, ensuring her application was revived with a scholarship. She's a star, the director said. No strings needed. At a Montreuil park, Kylian met Isabelle again. I want to meet Louise, he said. My foundation needs talent. If she's half as driven as you. Isabelle smiled. She's better, but stubborn like me. Good, Kylian said, grinning. Louise called days later. Monsieur Mbappé, I got into ENSTA Paris. Full ride. Was that you? A nudge, he admitted. Your work sealed it. She'll hate it, Louise said. She'll call it pity. I'll handle it, Kylian said. And there's an internship at my foundation if you want. She agreed, cautious but excited. Isabelle's health wavered soon after. Louise called during Kylian's training. She fainted at work. Lariboisière Hospital, room 305. Don't say I told. Kylian found Isabelle frail, hooked to monitors. Kylian, she said, confused. How? Gossip travels, he lied. You collapsed. This isn't minor. I'm fine, she insisted. Just tired. Exhaustion, high blood pressure, he said. You're working too much. I've worked my whole life, she countered. It's me. Not like this. Kylian's voice rose. You taught me to accept help. Why won't you? She looked away. When I left Bondy, I vowed to stand alone. Your father, he took my choice. What happened? Kylian asked. Everything. Her eyes met his. He was hard on you, too hard. Yelling, punishing. I told him to stop, said I'd tell everyone. He said I'd regret it, so I left. Maman helped? Yes, got me to Paris, leaving you. It hurt most. Kylian took her hand. You stood up for me. Let me stand up for you. I don't want money, she said. Then help me, he said. My academy, mentor the kids, teach them heart, like you taught me. It's a job, not a gift. Isabelle softened. I'd meet them first. When you're well, Kylian said, hope rising. Isabelle recovered in a guest flat Kylian arranged near his Paris home, accessible with a view of a small garden. She resisted, but he called it temporary. His young cousins visited, drawn to Tante Isabelle. She charmed them with stories, calming tantrums with ease, even winning over the teens with her quiet wisdom. In the garden, as Isabelle showed his cousin how to plant herbs, Kylian joined her. They adore you, he said. They need someone to listen, she replied. Like you did. You saw me, he said, when no one else did. Her eyes held a secret, but before he could ask, Louise called. She's thrilled about Ensta, but stubborn about your help. She'll come around, Kylian said. Kylian's project grew, Bondy Bright Futures, a campus in his hometown for kids like he'd been. Housing, training, mentorship for their mentors too. He kept it from Isabelle, planning to reveal it on her 85th birthday. That day, his cousins threw a party, decorating with paper footballs. Isabelle blew out candles wishing for you all to chase dreams with heart. Kylian gave her a pendant with a photo of young Kylian mid-kick. Maman saved it, he said. Isabelle teared up. Merci, petit. There's more, Kylian said. A surprise. They drove to Bondy, his mother along. A sign read, Bondy Bright Futures, where dreams take flight. Kylian helped Isabelle out, his team waiting. What's this? She asked. Kylian showed her the model, classrooms, pitches, mentor homes. For kids from places like ours, he said, and for people like you to guide them. I built it because of you. Isabelle trembled, touching the model. Kylian, it's too much. It's for everyone who believed like you, he said. I want you to lead it, its spirit, its heart. She sat, overwhelmed. I'm no leader. You led me, he said, and that's enough. I need time, she said. Always, Kylian replied. That night, in his lounge, Isabelle and his mother asked to talk. There's something you don't know, his mother said, about your father. Kylian braced. What? His mother handed him a letter, 1998, to Isabelle. It begged for help, not just a neighbor, but a protector for a gifted boy under a harsh father's thumb. Then, my first partner, not your father, was your real dad. A short relationship ended before you came. Your father raised you, but struggled to love you fully. Kylian read, stunned. Papa's not my father. No, his mother said. Antoine Leroux was, a dreamer like you. Why hide it? To shield you, she said. I was wrong. Isabelle spoke. I knew Kylian. It's why I fought for you. He was toughest on you because you weren't his. Kylian stood, processing. So you both kept this? To protect you, Isabelle said. But it's time for truth. He softened. You raised me. That's what matters. A year later, Bondy Bright Futures thrived. Isabelle, 85, was its heart, mentoring kids, planting gardens. Louise interned at Kylian's foundation, shining. His cousins called Isabelle Mamie. The secret united them. One day, Isabelle showed Kylian a box, his old drawings, a paper football, notes of dreams. I kept them, she said. I knew they'd soar. Kylian held a sketch, eyes wet. You believed first. Always, she said. Kylian saw it then. Isabelle's faith had carried him from Bondy streets to the world stage. Through Bondy Bright Futures, that faith would lift others, a legacy of heart and hustle.